A to Z of Tory sleaze and scandals. We are now in the lead up to the general election. The fixed term parliamentary acts enacted by David Cameron at the start of his tenure dictates that parliamentary terms are 5 years and not 4 years, because from a bunch of people who dictate their own pay rises recommended by a body of people that you make up. It is almost time for a general election, and I am a firm believer. I know myself, like many other people, we forget all of the stuff that the Tories, the Labourers, the Starmerites and the Liberal Democrats have done over their past tenure, over their past 5 years in Parliament. We forget all the sleaze, the scandals, the drugs, the booze, the sex, all the dodgy stuff the politicians have done, the parliamentarians have done, we tend to forget. So I'm going to focus upon in the run-up to the general election, which the Crime Minister, Twitchy Sunak, has yet to announce. Now, of course, he's a bit slow to announce when the general election is going to be, because he knows he is going to lose it. He knows that Labour will trounce him in some form or another. So why would our unelected, unmandated Prime Minister call an election that will most certainly oust himself and most of his MPs? Why would he announce that as early as possible? If it was me, I would leave it till the end day, like your homework at secondary school. By the way, I'm on Rumble now. There is a link in the description. It will take to my Rumble channel. Be sure to follow, because who has too many social media channels? I don't have enough. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video if you like the video. Of course, if you don't, then don't like it. Yeah. So this video is going to be an A to Z. We're going to go through the A to Z of all the Tory scandals. We'll do a separate video for Labour, don't you worry. Everyone will get their fair coverage. So basically, the Liberal Democrats has released an A to Z of all the Tory sleaze scandals. It's like they knew what kind of video I was going to make. This video is all about highlighting exactly what the parliamentarians have done, what our politicians have done, so we can make an informed choice at the next general election. So we don't go into the next general election going, oh, they've got a really good manifesto. Anyone remember the 2019 manifesto by Boris Johnson, one that they've gone back on a lot? Yeah. Don't believe manifestos. It's just electioneering. It's just promotional art for them to get you on their side and get your vote, when as soon as they get your vote, they do not give a fuck. So yeah, let's go through the A to Z of Tory scandals and sleazes. Okay, this is A to Z of Tory sleaze and scandal by the Liberal Democrats, I believe, of all people. This alphabet of failure makes it very clear. The Conservatives believe it's one rule for them and one rule for the British people. There's clearly something rotten at the heart of the Conservative Party, which Richie Sunak is refusing to fix. If he was serious about restoring integrity, he would order an independent inquiry to get to the bottom of the endless cycle of sleaze and scandals. But don't worry, all the parties are doing it. It's not just the Conservatives. They all have dodgy people in them. It's just human nature, I'm afraid. A is for anti-vax Andrew Bridgen. Bridgen was stripped of the Tory whip for utterly unacceptable COVID vaccine comments. B is for Benton. Blackpool South MP Scott Benton suspended after appearing to offer to lobby for gambling investors. Ironically, he is up for a deselection petition, and I think he's resigned, so there'll be a by-election in his constituency. C is for childcare firm shares. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has been investigated by Parliamentary Standards Watchdog over a possible failure to declare an interest, of course. D is for Downing Street parties. Prime Minister Boris Johnson pictured drinking at Downing Street party during lockdown. E is for ethics advisor. Finally, Prime Minister appoints historic England chair to a role that had been vacant for 6 months. F is for fines. Partygate, PM accused of presiding over a record 100 COVID fines. G is for Gavin Williamson. Now we like this guy, don't we? A senior servant claimed that William had told him to slit your throat. Yeah, just your average Tory. H is for Hancock hypocrisy. Matt Hancock's secret affair with Gina Colladang is exposed after office snogs while COVID raged on. I remember that. I is for I'm a celebrity. Matt Hancock suspended as Tory MP for joining the I'm a Celeb cast. Don't forget that Kasia Dougal, whatever her name was, that was Labour's Scottish leader, was also sacked or resigned because she appeared on I'm a Celebrity. Nadine Dorries also appeared on I'm a Celebrity. And yeah, there's plenty of them. J is for Yenrik. Former housing Robert Yenrik faced accusations of cash for favours, corruption basically. K is for Kwarteng's mini budget. The pound fell to record low of 1.03 against the US dollar on Monday after Kwarteng doubled down. L is for Lee Anderson. Nobody has ever committed a crime after being executed. 100% success rate. Bloody hell. M is for Michelle Moan. Officers from the National Crime Agency, NCA, were investigating PP MedPro, a company that received more than £200 million of government's COVID contracts weeks after Moan referred it to ministers. N is for non-doms. Rishi Sunak accused of shielding super rich by maintaining non-dom tax loophole. Nah. O is for Owen Paterson. MPs have voted to shelve a recommendation from the Standards Committee for the former Tory Minister Owen Paterson to be suspended from the Commons for 30 days for breaking the rules banning paid lobbying. Basically, do you remember when Boris Johnson defended Owen Paterson and said, we shouldn't get rid of him from the Commons, and the entire Parliament erupted. And yeah, just one of the final nails in Boris Johnson's coffin, that was. P for Priti Patel, or Hitty Patel. Home Office spent £370,000 of our money settling Patel's bullying claim by top civil servants. Q is for questionnaires. Met admits not sending Boris Johnson questionnaires over the Partygate gatherings. R is for Rob, or strong-armed. No? Okay. Dominic Raab was on Friday accused of hurling tomatoes across a table in a fit of rage. He was embroiled in a bullying storm. You know he's rich when you can just throw a bag of tomatoes and not care. S is for Steve Bryan. Senior Tory MP Steve Bryan was under investigation for lobbying claims. T is for Truss. That speaks for itself, doesn't it? Liz Truss's resignation leaves a party in tatters and a nation in despair. U is for U-turn. Another Liz Truss hit from September to November. The Truss and Sunak administrations have so far averaged well over one significant U-turn a week. V is for Villa in Mustique. Sleaze inquiry into Boris Johnson's £15,000 Mustique holiday. That was a cheap holiday for him. That's like Haven Holiday Parks, but for parliamentarians. W is for wallpaper. Jeremy Hunt says Boris Johnson's £840 a roll gold wallpaper already peeling. Well, you get what you paid for. X is for X-rated tractors. Neil Parish quits in tractor porn scandal. Is that when he was looking at combine harvesters, but actually it turns out to be a black man piling a woman's vagina? Easily confusable. Y is for the year of 3 prime ministers. That is a hell of a quote. Year of the 3 prime ministers. I love it. The year of the 3 prime ministers, how Britain went from Boris Johnson to budget bedlam and then back to billionaire Rishi. Yeah. Z, last but not least, Z is for Nadeem Zahawi. This is by far the dodgiest guy on the planet. He took the Chancellor job from Boris Johnson and then told Boris Johnson to resign. And then he was basically the Chancellor for a summer where nothing much happened and he didn't do very much. Nadeem Zahawi sacked as Tory party chair over tax affairs. And was Nadeem Zahawi apologetic? Was he? Heck. So yeah, that is the A to Z of Tory party sleaze, scandals and blah blah blah, all the rest of it. Do not forget these kind of decisions, the kind of decisions that our parliamentarians took over the course of the past parliamentary term or the last 5 years. Make an informed choice when voting at the next general election. Remember what these people have done, because a lot of voters, I'm guilty of it myself, we forget a lot of what Labour and the Conservatives, the Liberal Democrats and the Greens and the SNP, what they've all done. It's okay, don't be angry with yourself. But what I'm aiming to do on this channel is make sure we make informed decisions at the next general election. Go on people's past records, because their past will dictate their future. If Keir Starmer's a bit dodgy and a bit of a power-hungry horse, he'll be a power-hungry horse when he's Prime Minister, I can assure you. Rishi Sunak doesn't have a chance in hell of winning the next general election, and he knows it. That is why he's not called a general election as far. That's why he's not called one for May, because he knows he will be trounced. Yeah, thank you for watching the video. See you next time. And remember, Make love, not war. That's what Boris Johnson would do. Did you like the video? Then hit the subscribe button or watch some more videos. It helps me out with the YouTube algorithm and helps the channel grow. Thank you very much.